Party people, what's up? What's up, everybody? Anybody joining in? Just want to say what's up. And party people, I'm gonna get started in just a minute. What's up? What's up, everybody? Anybody joining in? Just want to say what's up. And party people, get started in just a minute. What's up? What's up, everybody? I don't want to hear that. Anybody joining in? Let me take that off too. All right, cool. All right, so we're live on Facebook. First of all, what's going on, everyone? Anybody tapping into this lesson? I'm not going to be before you long, but I have made myself an obligation to start doing live lessons more and just to put some more content out there. Hopefully you all are getting some value from this content. If you are, do me a great big favor. And I guess the new popular thing now is to say smash the like button. Definitely subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet. And in just a few minutes, we're going to get started. I just want to do something with the equations of circles. I know 2 weeks ago I did a live on working with the equations of circles. And so I want to come back and do part 2 of that. Equations of circles in the Common Core mathematics, depending on what state you're in, it could be in Algebra 2 class. Some classes have Algebra 3. It just depends on the name of the class, just really depends on what state you're in and where they place that topic. But equations of circles is one of those topics that you'll face in high school math as well as on the collegiate level. And so I want people to see exactly how we can work with the equations of circles. First of all, let me bring my pictures up. And I'm only going to do a couple of examples of these. And after I do these examples, then I will get out of your way. But in the meantime, like I said, I appreciate everybody for joining. My name is Dana Harris. If you are just tuning in to this channel for the first time, and I'm an online math tutor. I have about 200 and something math videos up here, different lessons, elementary level, middle school level, high school level, college level. I just love doing math and I love helping people understand how to do math. And so I'm gonna get this quick lesson on because I promised myself I was gonna go live today. And so I got about 4 examples that I wanna work and then I'll be out of your way. If you are looking at this video and you're wondering some other things about equations of circles, look at part 2, the previous live that I did. And it is called Best Online Math Tutor, live math class on the equations of circles. And it talks to you about how to identify the center and radius of a circle when you're given the equation. Also how to write the equation of a circle in standard form. So if you hear any loud noises in the background, I'll be parenting in real time. So it's probably my kids yelling, wrestling, or anything like that. But anyway, because it seems like they get loud every time I go live. I'm going to share my screen, though, and we are going to get it started. If I can pull up this. There we go. So here we have these 2 graphs. And we're going to start with the first one. And for this, I want to graph this circle given the information that you see up there. So as you can see, we have in the first one, let's label this number 1 and number 2. All right, so number 1, I have, and this is number 2. Excuse me. So number 1, I have x plus 1 squared plus y minus 2 squared equals 9. Now, there is a equation that says when we have the equation of a circle, we have x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared, right? And I totally wrote h again, and that should be k, but it's all good. Okay, so let's fix that. All right, so now here's the thing. The center of the circle is the order pair h and k. All right, and then r represents the radius. X and y stay the same. That's just one of those things. So here, looking at this equation for number 1, so if I have x minus h squared, so right, that's h That's K. Now, here's the difference. Notice this formula right here says subtraction for H and K, but this has X plus 1. So that means H is actually going to be -1 because X minus -1. Notice if I have X minus -1, then remember subtracting a negative is just like adding. All right, so that would be -1 for my H. All right, and then for K, it's in subtraction form, so K is just 2. So I would graph the center of this circle at the ordered pair -1, 2. And so it's going to be right there. Now, R squared. So R squared equals 9 in this case. And to get rid of that exponent of 2, we need to take the square root. So if I take the square root of the left side, I'll just get R. Square root of 9 is tree, as I like to say. If you've been watching my videos, you know I typically say tree instead of 3. But it actually technically is positive and -3, but because we're talking about distance, it is going to be +3. So what that tells me is that anywhere from the center, 3 units, 1, 2, 3, boom, that point is on the circle. 1, 2, 3, boom, that point is on the circle. 1, 2, tree, boom, and 1, 2, tree, boom. So those 4 points are on the circle. I cannot technically draw a complete circle here, but let's see if it works. It didn't work. Let's see. Maybe I can move it and put it over there. No, actually, let's make it bigger. Let's see. Boom! There goes. I need some water. Almost choked trying to get loud. So the circle would look like this. All right. And you can actually, you know, I'm being fancy by putting the shape, but we actually could do that. So it's not quite perfect. Oh, that's a terrible looking circle, but you get the point. All right, so all we did was found H and K, which is the center, and then as you can see, the radius 1, 2, 3. So that means this distance right here would be 3 units. Okay, so that's all we did to graph this circle. Okay, now let's look at this one over here. We have X minus 2 squared plus Y plus 3 squared equals 4. So the center, we have H, we have K. Now remember, once again, there's a plus here and the plus there. So that means X minus -2. So H is -2 and Y minus -3. So that's -3. So the center is at -2, -3. Let's do a different color. So -2, -3, starting from the origin, -1, -2, -1, -2, -3. Boom. R squared equals 4. Okay, so R squared equals 4. If we take the square root of both sides of that, square root of 4 is positive and -2, but in this case, because we're talking about distance, it's just 2. All right, so here from the center up 2 units, 1, 2, boom. To the right 2 units, 1, 2, boom. Down 2 units, 1, 2, boom. Left 2 units, 1, 2, boom. All right, so now we can trace that circle. I'm not going to try to be fancy and do the shape anymore, but we're just going to draw a circle as best as I can. You get the point. Most important part is that you can draw it with the correct radius and the correct center. So looking at that, if you're given the equation, now there are other forms. You could be given the circle in general form. I'm not going to do any examples on that one because different teachers give you different examples. I try to make these videos to where they're general, like you'll find some information that applies to Common Core standards or whatever state you're in, because the mathematics doesn't change. Only the standards change depending on where you live at and where you go to school, but the mathematical content does not change. So hopefully that is helpful to you. And I am going to get, let's see, I got another example where we're going to start with the graph. Let's see. Let me stop sharing my screen for a second. Let's clear all this up. Gone. Magic. Voila. All right, so let's see. I need to share this. Boom. Voila. Magic. All right. Share my screen again. Boom bop. All right, let's make this big. All right. So basically from here, I want to be able to find out, well, what is the equation of this circle if I'm given the circle? Let's see. If I annotate, let's do number 3. Example, you know what? I usually write my example like this, like example 3. All right. I don't know why I just wrote numbers. Example tree and example 4. All right, so what I want to find, let's take off the annotate for a second. Actually, I still need to find annotate. I want to write the equation of the circle given in the graph. I just put some general directions on there so you'll know what you're actually doing if you're watching this video. Shout out to the replay folks. We need to get these numbers up too. I know everybody not the biggest fan of math, but I'm gonna need y'all to like, share, and subscribe. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to the channel. Tell your math teacher, tell your mom, your dad, your cousin, your auntie, your uncle, whoever, your fellow students, because I know y'all be out cheating. I know y'all kids be cheating, but if you're going to do that or find resources, use it as a resource and be able to show your work, learn something from it. But anyway, let's get focused. Let's see. So here, notice I need to find the center of this circle, right? So let's go. The center is going to be probably halfway between, let's see. So this one looks like, boom, let's see. Boom. And I think, boom. Well, Mr. Harris, how do I know if that's the center of the circle? Well, let's see. If we look at this point, let's see if the distance from this intersection of these two diameters is the same. So if I go from here, let me take it off the lines. If I go, let's get a different color. From this intersection point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units up. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units down. So that's the same. That's the same. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 6 units. That's 6 units. That means this diameter is 12 units. This diameter is 12 units. That means the center is right there. And that is the ordered pair 0, tree. Okay, so the center equals 0, 3. Okay, so that's H and K. Now the radius, as we can see, we've already counted the radius. The radius equals 6. So now remember, we want the equation x minus h to the second power plus y minus k to the second power equals r to the second power. All right, so now we know h and k, we know r. All we got to do is just plug it in, right? So here, x stays the same, minus 0 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals 6 squared. All right, now let's simplify. Let's move this over here. Get out of the way, homie. All right, x minus 0 is x. So x squared plus y minus 3 squared equals 6 to the second power is 36. So this is your equation of your line. Okay, that's it. All right, let's look at this one. This one is about as simple. Let's see. Boom. Here we go. There go my kids yelling again. Boom. All right, so that's the intersection of two diameters. Well, Mr. Harris, how do you know that? Well, let's see. Let's count it. From the center, 1, 2 units. So boom. Probably can't see that yellow. Let's change that. Let's erase that and let's get a darker color. So 2 units, 1, 2, 2 units, 2 units, and 2 units. So all 4 of those sections are the same. That means the diameter is 4. So this center is, let's see, the ordered pair from the origin, 4, and then down tree. So 4 negative tree. All right, so that's the center. And the radius, as you can see, is deuce. So we're going to write the equation. Remember, x minus h squared. So x minus 4 squared plus y minus -3 in this case squared equals, I'm running out of space. Hold on. Let's erase that. Y'all got to see the whole thing. You got to see the whole thing. So x minus 4 squared plus y minus -3 squared equals 2 squared. All right, let's simplify. This stays the same. X minus 4 squared plus y plus 3 squared equals 4. And this is the equation of this circle right here that is graphed. Okay, remember, if you want to go to the written part of it where they just give you the equation of the circle and you want to know how to find the center and the radius, I kind of showed you that on here. But if you want to find the center and the radius and more details on that, how to change this from standard form to general form, things like that. And there's a couple different types of questions that I did in the previous video. Please take a look at that. If this is something that's helping you out or something that you can help your students with, somebody you're tutoring, anybody that you know, please do me that great big favor and share. Make sure you like the channel, subscribe. We got to get these numbers up. I hit a milestone of 1,000 this year. But as we wrap the year up, I want some more numbers. And for me, it's more so about the impact. I'll be honest with you guys. The numbers are great. I loved hitting that milestone of 1,000, but I want to make an impact. I know there are so many students that need help with mathematics. You may or may not understand the way your teacher is teaching. You may or may not like the way your teacher is teaching. I try to break this stuff down to the bone gristle, like Wu-Tang, like the Jizza used to say. That was actually not the Jizza. That was actually Method Man. Okay, Wu-Tang fans. But yeah, if you're having trouble understanding what your teacher is teaching, a lot of people are doing virtual learning, things like that, and you just need some supplemental lessons, please, I got the solution to your math problems. I'm Dana Harris with Young Gurus Math Tutoring, and I appreciate you watching and tuning in. Till next time, deuces. I'm out.